I see your testosterone hasn't passed its sell-by date. He looked Janson up and down. The son of a bitch hadn't aged. Paul Janson still looked 30-something, 40-something, 50. Who knew with his close-cropped hair a neutral iron-gray color? And he still looked like somebody you wouldn't look at twice, unless you were another professional. And then, if you were really, really good, you'd look twice and see the shoulders under the jacket and the watchful eyes. And by then, it might be too late. Janson said, "We have company." The gangbangers were strutting toward them. "I've got 'em," said Case. "You got lunch." The empty Sonic burger bags were neatly folded under one of his wheels. Doug Case let them get within 10 meters before he said, "Gentlemen, I'm offering one free lesson in survival. A survivor never gets in the wrong fight. Turn around and go away." 3 of them puffed up, but their leader, the smallest, shot an appraising glance at Case and another at Janson and said, "We're out of here. The guy's in a fucking wheelchair." The leader punched the dissenter hard in the ear and herded them away. "Hey, kid," Case shouted after him. "You got what it takes. Join the army. They'll teach you what to do with it." He grinned at Janson. "Don't you love raw talent?" "I do," said Janson, and called in a voice accustomed to obedience, "Come here." The kid came, light on his feet, wary as a stray. Janson gave him a business card. "Join the army. Call me when you make bucks, Sergeant." "What's that?" "A rung up the ladder that says you're going places." Janson waited until the Honda squealed away on smoking tires. I remembered something else. I remembered every idea I used to believe that I'd turned my back on. "You could use a dose of amnesia." "There's none available." Case laughed again. "Remember when that happened to an operator? Forgot everything. Woke up beating the crap out of people. Couldn't remember how he learned close combat. What the hell was his name? I can't remember." "Neither could he. Unlike you, you remember everything." "Okay, Paul, if you're not here to kill me, what are you doing in fucking Ogden?" "Telling the truth about what I did is pointless if I don't atone." "Atone? What? Like an AA drunk apologizing to people he was mean to?" "I can't change what I did, but I can pay back the next guy." "Why not just buy a pardon from the Pope?" The sarcasm button didn't work. Janson was deaf to it. He said, "You take the skills of observation we learned and turn them into yourself. It's not a pretty sight." Saul on the road to Damascus discovers his moral compass and changes his name to Paul. But you already are Paul. What are you going to change? The world? "I'm going to do my best to save every covert government operator whose life was wrecked by his covert service. Guys like you and me." "Leave me out of this." "Can't." "What do you mean?" "You're my first project." 1,000,000 people hold top-secret clearances. If 1 in 100 work undercover, that's 10,000 covert agents you could say, "Why me?" "Some people say you were the worst." Case returned a bitter smile. "Some said I was the best." "Fact is, we were the worst." "I don't need saving." "You're living outdoors. Winter is coming. You're hooked on Percocet and the docs have cut you off. When this month's prescription runs out, you'll be scrambling to find it on the street. Paul Janson's famously accurate research? You'll be dead by Valentine's Day. Janson's renowned, discerning, analytic tradecraft? You need saving." "I don't want saving. Get out of here. Leave me alone." "I've got a van with a ramp." Doug Case's pale, grizzled cheeks flamed angry red. "You got a van with a ramp? You got a van with a ramp? You got shooters in the van gonna help you wrestle me up your fucking ramp?" An awkward smile tightened Janson's face. For the first time since appearing at the mouth of Doug Case's railroad tunnel, he looked unsure. The man they called the Machine was suddenly vulnerable, and Doug Case pressed his attack. "You're falling down on the planning end, fella. No assaulters in the van, no rehearsal, no quick reaction force backup, no contingency."